set. I have to tell you, when I first came here to QVC, balance and brighten. That is how I lived my life. There was a time where when I did the overnights, there was no stylist here. I had to do my own hair and my own makeup, and what did I wear? I wore balance and brighten every single time when I came on the air before we had those stylists in the overnight hours. And what's amazing to me is that you're able to get this, the balance and brighten, and we're going to go over your colors in just a second. You're also going to be getting your bronze and brighten, and this was the first product you ever brought to us here at QVC. Both of these are baked in terracotta pans, and we'll explain why that's important a little bit later on in the presentation. But then you're giving us this delicious lip gloss called Color Lustre Lip Gloss. This color called Cookie Dough has recently become very, very popular for you, and we have a really hard time keeping it in stock. So we bundled the entire thing together to make this amazing QVC2 big deal, and your price is $33.96. So I can tell you, based on what I know about Balance and Brighten, we're kind of giving you everything for the price of the Balance and Brighten. It's like the other two pieces are kind of for free in a way, but what we need to do is talk about shades.
Yeah, let's
because
do
we
that.
do have some shades to choose from, and some of these are getting very limited. So we're starting with the porcelain. Is that your lightest skin tone?
That is the lightest. It's for my alabaster skins. It is the fairest of the fairest.
And we only have 100 left there.
Oh, goodness. And then the fair is just a little bit warmer. The fair is a little bit warmer than that, a little more golden undertone.
Okay.
And
the
then
next
we go
one
to
is
light.
light.
So this year we launched 2 new colors.
And
light.
that's me. I'm perfect match for the light.
I couldn't believe how we nailed this color. So light is like a lighter medium. And then medium's a classic medium. By the way, that's what I wear all the time. Then the other newer color we launched recently was golden medium. So it's a little bit warmer than your classic medium. And then we have our tan for our golden olive skins. And then we have
And I think
deep.
100 remain in the tan.
And that is really for that rich cocoa skin tone.
And just a few dozen remain in the deep at this time. So don't forget, you just have a couple more hours to take advantage of this QVC2 big deal price before that completely expires. So once you choose your color in the Balance and Brighten, then the Bronze and Brighten just coordinates. That's for everybody.
That is correct. So you should know that Balance and Brighten and Bronze and Brighten are baked in Italy by artisans on pure terracotta. And I do fail to mention why terracotta, but this is the authentic way this is made. And I'm going to start demonstrating, and then I'm going to tell you a little bit about this process, because for those of you who may be new and watching me for the first time, or even my old-time Geller girls, I think you should know that this process is so unique and so incredibly high standard. They start their lives as creams. We don't have mineral oil, we don't have parabens, but what we add in is antioxidant protection. And so you should know there's nothing in here that's bad for you. It's all good for you. Now I'm doing just one side of this face with just a big kabuki brush. You can get these on QVC.com.
Or you may already have your own brush. You're welcome to use it.
Correct. Why you loved it in the overnights, why women wear this regularly. And I'm already done with that one side of the face, so you can imagine in less than 30 seconds you can do your whole face.
So which shade is she wearing?
She's wearing medium like
medium.
me, and while we're 2 different mediums, that's where the 6 color corrective pigments are so forgiving, because it sort of adapts to your skin tone.
Yes.
It's intuitive. That's why I don't want you to labor too much over the choice. You know, we take questions on Laura Geller Beauty, our social platform, so if you ever need a question answered, you can come to us there. But this is the lightest weight foundation, and it feels invincible to the touch.
Yes, and it's a perfectly finished face as I'm looking at Thea, right? She's right next to my face. I am right here.
Right?
And she looks perfected on this side. And what did it take you? 20 seconds? It wouldn't take more than 20 seconds
That's
to do
exactly right. And one of the things I love about Balance and Brighten is you can bring it down onto the neck. So if you're a woman watching right now who's got a lot of freckling, maybe you're very dry, and maybe no matter what foundation you use, it doesn't match your neck. This is non-transferable. It's air light. Like I said, it's invisible to the eye, to the touch. It's just perfection at its best. And can I just say, I'm going to do this really quick.
Okay, so Bronze and Brighten, what are you doing with this?
Bronze and Brighten, you can wear alone or right on top of your Balance and Brighten. I'm breaking our rules because I was going to show you the other girls, but I want to just show you how fast it is to do this gorgeous finished face with evening out your canvas and then putting this incredibly gorgeous natural bronzer that has pink running through it so it never, ever makes you look orange.
You know what? And that's really important because you know if you ever spend time out in the sun, for real, you get that bronzy, toasty shade, but there's always a whisper of pink, like you got a kiss of a burn almost when you went out there. In order for it to look natural, you have to have the whisper of pink underneath, but I've been known to pull colors out of there.
And use them as eyeshadows.
And use them as eyeshadows to fill in my brows, to use it as a contour on my face. You can do any of that with this one palette. So if you're traveling and going on vacation and you want to keep it minimalist, just bring these two things and you're really kind of good to go. Bring a couple brushes with you so that you can play with stuff. But look at this. Look at her before and after.
It's a desert island product for so many women and for men because baked is baked on terracotta. And what does that mean? I think about plants, okay? Would you put soil into pure terracotta?
Yeah.
Because it sustains hydration, the terracotta, right? That's
right.
why your soil will always last more hydrated. When we bake these, because they really are creams that are baked for
When they
24
begin.
hours, that's how they begin. And we may be able to show some footage of the baking process at some point during our show. But by the way, I don't want to miss our gorgeous, gorgeous Jessica, who wears our lightest of them all, which is the porcelain. I want you to look at the coverage. She feels hydrated. She's not using dry powder,
She
Sharon.
looks hydrated.
Right?
I mean, because her skin isn't a completely matte finish. It still has this hint of glow to it. And then I'm looking, is that the lip gloss? From this
Yes,
picture? Was
that's
that
the
cookie
cookie-
dough?
Yes,
now,
it
this
is.
what's great. So Thea has got the cookie dough on, and she just looks like
She's
fresh
flipping out
squeezed.
over here, I know.
And then we've got a person in porcelain. We have Jess in the porcelain. It doesn't look too dark or too overwhelming for her face. You got to have the right kind of nude, and this is not like a lifeless nude. It's got just the right amount of pigment to it.
I describe it as a warm apricot ginger. Look at my gorgeous, gorgeous Marissa. So she wears fair. Just a little warmer than the porcelain. And why fair on her? You see some hyperpigmentation, some freckling on the skin. Nothing wrong with that, by the way. But that would mean that she should wear a color just a little bit darker than the porcelain. But look at the creaminess in her skin. I always fail to mention, too, Sharon, that because they're really creams that are baked for 24 hours, they hug your skin. Okay, so what does that mean? When you put them on, you don't have to worry about them sort of flasking away during the day. A lot of powders you put on, you look terrific, and then hours later, your makeup sort of dissolved, and you're like, I need more coverage. With Balance and Brighten, it clings to the skin, so what takes 30 seconds to do means, and Bronze and Brighten, means your makeup lasts for hours.
Yeah, it lasts for hours. The only time I ever really needed to look at myself after wearing this was all day, maybe just under my eyes. I would take another quick swipe and it almost cleaned up any eye makeup underneath at 5 p.m. before I was ready to go out.
That's right.
And continue the rest of my day. So what we're going to do is go over the shades again. And then I want to tell you something else about what I just popped on my lips. But first we begin with Porcelain, which is what Jess was wearing, the lightest, fairest skin.
Okay, so when you think of Nicole Kidman, you can imagine you would be in that porcelain color.
And again, fewer than 100 remaining there.
And then if you're a little bit warmer, like you just saw on Marissa, you will go to the fair. And then for my gals who finally wanted something that was more of a light medium, we nailed it.
And that is perfect for me.
Yeah, it's so perfect. For, people are going crazy of these new colors. Medium is what I wear and what I demonstrated, and of course that's Thea there.
There she is.
There she is. And golden medium is again one of our newer colors too. And it's a warmer medium. Medium all of a sudden was looking light on you, so we came out with golden medium. Tan for golden olive skins, and then deep for the richest cocoa skin tones. And because everyone has 6 color corrective pigments, you know, we are not made up of one color in our skin. I always say that. We have highs and lows, so you're red some places, freckling in other places.
For sure.
And when you put one color on, unless there's a little color correction in, you look opaque, you look solid. You got to add blush, you got to add bronzer. Not with Balance and Brighten.
And you know what? Well over 4,000 have been spoken for the day, which is over half of the original quantity that we brought in. And we have fewer than 2 hours to take advantage of this price now. I wanted to let you know, so I kind of mixed and matched a little bit here. Later on in the show, we have the return of something from the vault that for years was my favorite lip color called the Tropics. It disappeared. She's brought it back from the vault. That's what's been on my lips, and I just popped cookie dough over that to create this wonderful, warm, glossy, but underneath that little bit of bronzy shade is peeking through. So just because we have this gorgeous gloss here, and it's an amazing, warm nude shade, you can put it on over other things.
Now, Ashley wears light. So again, the order is porcelain, fair, light. She's in the color that Sharon wears. And then we added a light dusting of Bronze and Brighten on her, just to add a little bit more warmth. The reason why I curated these 3 items together is because they're my hero products. We sell one baked product globally every 2 minutes.
Is that right?
Just listen to this. One baked product is sold globally every 2 minutes.
Because you're not just here in the United States.
No, well, we're all over the world, but the beauty of that is that people really understand the difference. Once you've tried this, you know you're putting something that's good for you on your skin, and your makeup application time has been cut down drastically. As you're looking at our beautiful Jill, she wears golden medium.
Okay.
I want to point out, when you see her before, the coverage you can get. So you should know that Balance and Brighten is very versatile. If you use a fluffy brush, you'll get a light dusting of coverage. If you use a brush that has more dense hairs, tighter hairs, stiffer brush, you will get ample coverage, and you can build it. That's what we love about baked.
So I'm so glad that you're telling us this as the great makeup educator, because to your point, yes, go on what's going on under her eyes. If you look at the left, I mean, we all have stuff, let's face it. We all have some stuff going on in our face. Whether it's under her eyes, she actually has a lot of pigmentation on the top of her lid as well. And you know, a lot of us have slightly uneven skin tone. She's getting terrific coverage, but to your point about what you just said, you can have the one foundation and a couple of different brushes and maybe use a tighter, denser one under your eyes. And this could end up being, if you want it easy breezy without any liquids, you could make that your concealer. Or you could do a heavier coverage if you were going out for a fancy night and you wanted to have that fuller look. You can do that with this.
Yeah.
Oh my, okay, so what color
And
is
Elisa is in tan, and of course we added the Bronze and Brighten to her cheekbone area. You could see it adds a little bit of warmth, a little bit of color. In this case, we used it on her eyelid as her eyeshadow. I have to tell you, I had a caller earlier when I was on the main channel with Jill from a woman who was in her 70s, and she said she can't be without Bronze and Brighten. She uses this for everything, and it is the first baked product I ever brought to QVC. I had been using it on myself for 2 years, and when the buyers asked me to bring something new, I looked at it and thought, I got to find out where I got this from.
Right.
And it was a submission given to me by my Italian artisans.
Is that right?
And look at Christine in that deep hello with the Bronze and Brighten on top. God, Christine, you look
gosh,
gorgeous.
she looks amazing.
Yeah, I
amazing.
mean, it just gives you a lift to your skin. It cuts the sallowness in your skin. For my deeper gals, my African American skin tones, you have to be so careful of using dark colors that turn you ashy or gray.
Right.
Not with Bronze and Brighten, by the way. You can wear Bronze and Brighten alone, Christine, if you wanted to. You don't even have to put the balance on.
So we have so much still coming up in this 2-hour show, but I wanted to remind you of a couple of things. First of all, the packaging that the set comes in, because you get the Balance and Brighten, you get the Bronze and Brighten, and then you get your cookie dough lip gloss. All of this packaging is in honor of Laura's 20th anniversary on QVC, and I wanted to show you really quickly what I did. I pulled out a couple of the individual shades here, the whites, the pinks, and those medium and deeper tones, because I have taken this on vacation and used these as my eyeshadow and my brow and a little bit of my highlighter, so I kept things to a minimum in my bag.
Beautiful.
It works out beautifully if you do it that way. So your price for everything in here is $33.96. And like I mentioned earlier, from what I know about Balance and Brighten and how much that is, it's like you're getting Bronze and Brighten and the cookie dough lip gloss completely as our gift to you for her 20th anniversary with us. And your price is only valid until 9 p.m. Eastern time. So quickly, once again, the shades, beginning with the porcelain.
Porcelain is our lightest of the lightest. Porcelain is for alabaster skin. Fair, you're a little bit warmer than that, a little more golden undertone to your skin. And then medium, light, our newer color. Light is a true light medium, what Sharon is wearing. And then medium is what I wear and what Thea wears. It's classic medium for my gals. And then we go to the newer color, the golden medium. And the golden medium is just a little bit richer than medium, a little more warmth to it. Tan, would be for golden olive skins. And then we go, you just saw Christine in that deep, deep, deep. And it's really for the warm cocoa skins.
Now, if anybody is in doubt, we begin at medium, correct? If you're in doubt, medium covers. I mean, that's what I started with, was medium.
Yeah, by the way.
That was all there was.
And that's all I ever had. Right.
So if you're in doubt, go for the medium, but I highly recommend you look at it on QVC.com, 8290414. That is on Easy Pay. Those 3 easy payments for you, because everything that we have in the show today is a special offer of one kind or another, because we're also celebrating QVC's 31st year on air. However, coming up later, I mentioned this just during this last presentation. There was a lipstick that I used to own from this collection. Wasn't it number 46?
Yes, you gave it away.
Sorry, was I not supposed to give it away?
No, I was going to say it anyway.
All right, well, you can remind them later on. 3-piece collection, beginning with that lipstick. You're getting the Tropics in the blush, and then the City Lights lip gloss. I have a story about that too.
Oh, yeah.
8269172. You got to wait, because it's all back from the vault. That's happening later in the show.